y'all? It's been a while, but we're back with another one. After doing 31 days full of Soulstober, as you've seen through the shorts, you can say I'm a little in too deep when it comes to the Soulsborne stuff, but I've come too far to just let it die down now. As far as like this series I'm doing with Elden Ring, with the bosses from the DLC, this is one of the last few parts. This one being, of course, the boss of the DLC that's its namesake, the one that's on all the box art, Messmer, the Impaler. Messmer is the son of Queen Miracle the Eternal. He was born with a dark serpent inside of him that threatened to subsume him, which Messmer called the Abyssal Serpent. Miracle was able to contain its influence by removing one of Messmer's eyes and replacing it with a seal of grace. Ever since his accursed birth, Messmer was the constant company of the winged serpents. Much like his younger sister, Messmer bore a vision of fire. He despised his flame, and time again hoped to rid himself of it, but found that it ever burned. At some point, Messmer befriended Commander Gaius, an Albinurit who, like him, was cursed from birth. Gaius would go on to command Messmer's armies in wars to come. They both acted as older brothers, quote-unquote, to General Radon. Before the shattering, Messmer was charged by his mother with carrying out a purge of the tower-dwelling hornsent of the Land of Shadow, who did not bear the light of grace. At some point during his crusade, Messmer was abandoned in the Land of Shadow, but continued to zealously enforce the purge, even though Miracle ceased all contact with him. Messmer came to reside in a fort known as the Shadow Keep. He and his army were the Black Knights, commanded by Black Knight Commander Andreas and his son and second in command, Black Knight Commander Captain Hugh. Although they remained devoutly loyal to Messmer, despite his abandonment by Miracle, they ultimately rebelled upon learning of his serpentine nature. The pair were imprisoned in an underground tomb, and despite his betrayal, Messmer mourned the loss of Hugh, whom he had considered a brother in arms. His fire knights rebelled against burning the ancient ruins of Rao and the destruction of specimens in the specimen storehouse. I think that's enough I'm gonna read for now, from what I learned off his fandom page. But if you want to learn more about Messmer, be sure to check out other lore YouTubers like Valivitia or Miss Chalice. Those two in particular, those are the ones I usually go to. Not for just Elden Ring, but for other lore like Dark Souls and all that. But yeah, this is Messmer. I remember when I was first going through the DLC, I beat like a few of the main bosses, and then I stumbled upon Messmer by accident. I'm like, I've seen this door before in a few TikToks, but I didn't know what it was. And then I took one step through it, and I'm like, oh, it's a cutscene, and it still didn't dawn on me. And then that's when it hit. Like, when you go to Messmer's cutscene, it's just quiet. You only hear your tarnished footsteps. And then out of nowhere, the camera cuts, and it's one of Messmer's snakes looking you dead in the eyes. And Messmer's like, mongrel intruder. And tarnished, it seemeth. But I wouldn't say it was too difficult when I fought him, although it did take me a lot of tries, but in comparison to like all the other bosses, He wasn't as difficult as others made him out to seem, but yeah, he definitely was a challenge, so to speak. Also, if you summon Hornson for this fight, it just feels thematically more dramatic, or I don't know, it just feels right to have him there, considering what he's done to his people. But if you know anything from the lore, it's more like a little generational thing for what the Hornson people have done to America, and in turn, it's Messmer just getting retribution for his mother. But it's just a cycle. Either way, that's it for now. Until the next one. Peace.